Welcome to Talkin Baseball. We're doing MLB prop bets, and we've got an interview with Austin Meadows and Ryan Yarbrough from the Rays. Let's do it. All right, everybody, what's going on? It's Talkin Baseball, not a mini episode, a full episode. Thank you for tuning in to all the mini episodes as we go. If you're watching on YouTube, you know exactly what you're looking at. But if you're listening on the podcast app, it is Trevor Plouffe, Jake Storielli, and myself sitting in the RV recording as it rains in Bradenton, Florida.
Gorgeous.
How you guys doing?
Doing great. We had a great day at, Lecom Field today.
Yeah.
Lecom.
Got to take in the Pirates game against the Red Sox. We had a ton of fun there.
Yeah. What's LECOM stand for?
Ladies, everyone
It was
can
we
organize materials.
It was something about orthopedic medicine. That's not even a word.
No.
Lehigh Valley Stone Doctors.
It's an acronym for something.
It's an acronym, but we had Pirates were nice to us. We like the Pirates, right?
Yeah.
We had a good time, and a lot of wholesome content was had.
That's all we do.
And now we're back on the grind.
We only do. Is this our first time, the three of us, talking baseball together in a room?
It's a good observation. It is.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
It feels like the 1,000th time.
Good job, Jake.
Thank you.
Maybe that's just me. Do you guys feel that?
That's a great observation.
I wouldn't say 1,000.
I feel comfortable here.
Let's
we spent a lot of time in RV talking baseball last couple days. We're just
true.
doing it with mics on now.
Yeah.
Jimmy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Let's take it all down. We've got Big Baby David semi-producing right now, Esposito editing stuff in the corner. We've all been in this RV for a couple days now. Jim, how are you? Give me the breakdown, a breakdown.
My back in the mornings is real bad.
Okay.
I was having back problems before the trip. The RV bed doesn't help.
Yeah.
So I like that we're getting up early, but it's and how cold I am in the morning, plus the back problems, that's been a problem.
Okay.
And then yesterday the sun was brutal. Today was better. Yesterday was the only day. The sun makes me into an angry, miserable person. And yesterday it got to me.
We saw that a little bit yesterday. Yeah, we
I
did.
can't help it. I wish I could. I really wish I could, but I can't. I hate just walking around in dripping sweat.
Yes, that's basically what we did yesterday.
Yeah, it's gross.
Trevor?
I'm not going to complain like Jim did over there. I'm having a great time. Got to be honest with you. You know, you guys have heard me say this now, but I'm an RV guy. Like I grew up doing it, so I'm comfortable in like these tight spaces with everybody. I'm the driver. And last night was a little sketch when we were on our way up here because we left Fort Myers to come to Bradenton last night. I think we left Fort Myers about 9:30, so pitch black outside. We don't have the best headlights on this RV, and the windshield wipers are about a 2 out of 10. And it got a little sketch on.
I thought we weren't complaining.
Wow.
I'm just explaining what happened and kind of pumping myself up.
Yeah.
If you let me finish here.
I overcame the sun.
Yeah.
He overcame the sun. I got us to our destination safely, and like I said, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
We don't care about you.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on to baseball.
How are you feeling about your haircut?
I'm okay with it. I think I got the high and tight fade. Andy Fade hooked it up. It's a special experience. Trevor's getting a little emotional. It's a part of being it's part of being in the show. It's not a part of being
about chasing the high of a haircut.
And at first it was a little much, just because my style is normally non-style, that's normally what I'm pushing, and I need a little more flip. I
have something to say.
I need my body to go north and south a little more because it's a lot of east and west.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
That when we watched the video back and saw what your hair was doing before,
yeah.
You look so slovenly, so it really does make you look really good now.
Yeah.
The hard part's tough. I don't think you could ever do that again.
Right.
But the fade looks good.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty good. And I see my normal trick to a haircut is you want to lose like 5 pounds and then get the haircut. So then it looks like you've had a full makeover. Right now I'm probably +5.
Mm-hmm.
So the haircut helps, but it's still not where I'd like to be.
Food reviews at every spring training venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a lot. That's been tough for me.
You know what and this takes it back to a little bit of our actual baseball spring training trip. Every spring training, like I don't think people do what we're doing, where they compare spring training facilities to each other. For Tampa, the first time I went to a Tampa game for Yankees, I just compared that to Yankee Stadium, and it's very spring training. It's like less than. And even like the Pirates today, you compare that to a Pirates game, it's spring training.
Yes.
But when you compare all the spring trainings, you can see like, oh, the Yankees and the Pirates really lack.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a place for teams to really go all out and just like do whatever, and yeah, I mean the Yankees, that's kind of their thing. They don't need to do that, so they don't do it.
They sell out every game. The Braves couldn't even sell out their home opener.
Yeah, so I mean, we had a really good time, at the Twins facility. They were nice to us, but they also, I think, they do a good job there. It's a nice place to view a game.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the Pirates facility, we'll put the vlog out so everyone can see that. Again, really nice to us, but more of like an old school stadium. It doesn't have the new amenities. Like we were sitting on the berm at the Twins game, relaxing.
Should be illegal for a spring training stadium to not have a berm.
Yeah, the berm is key.
Yeah,
big time.
I liked Pittsburgh. I mean, the Braves' new facility, brand spanking new, real nice.
Pittsburgh gets the job done.
I like the Pittsburgh stadium, but the environment around it was kind of tough. What else do we like?
I'm a hard disagree on that. Stadium to me there's just nothing there.
No.
It's weird because
it's a junior college field. That's what.
Yeah,
a little bit.
The stands, you can usually the clubhouses are underneath the stands or bathrooms. They're just like high school where you just see underneath the stands. You can walk underneath them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy.
Right. Well, enough about you guys.
Enough about
Trev,
us.
We have the interview later on, but first Trev had an idea that we all thought was pretty good, and it was.
Well, since this is the Trevor Plouffe Talking Baseball show of the week, I'm saying something funny here. No, I thought as we approach the season, and there's been a lot in the news about gambling and how it's kind of getting legalized across the country, we could take a look at some of the prop bets, some of the funner ones. There's some that are kind of crazy that you don't want to put any money into, but I think we found some value in some of these future bets for the teams. So we'll go over an over that we like, team total wins, and then an under we like for team total wins, and then we're going to peruse the individual award.
The propers.
So we'll talk about, anything that sticks out there. Who's going to lead the league in home runs, Cy Young, MVP, stuff like that. But, as we as a country go further and further in on this gambling thing, I think it's important for us to talk about it a little bit. That's pretty impressive.
I agree. Let's take a step back.
Okay.
Because I think we got way too close to baseball there.
Almost got there.
It's so close.
Okay.
You go to Vegas. What games are you playing? Do you get the gambler's itch?
I haven't been to Vegas in a long time. I'm a card guy, so I love to play poker. But when you go to Vegas, it's not about sitting down playing poker.
Right.
It's more like the instant gratification. So blackjack's always great for me.
Yep.
I love playing roulette.
Yes.
And I think it's the worst game to play.
Absolutely.
But it's also like so fun because you get that you get the ball spinning and people are going crazy. And craps is something that I like to play if I'm with someone that knows what the fuck they're doing, because I don't.
Right.
I don't. So there's just it depends. If you're by yourself, blackjack; with a group of friends, roulette or craps. That's my take.
Jimmy, you don't get the gambler's itch too much.
No. Zero much.
Okay.
I'll go to the low blackjack and play that till everyone else is ready to leave.
Play a couple hands, yeah. I get it.
I could see you getting out of hand. That's
Yeah.
kind of why I look at you. Yeah.
I've seen him get out of hand.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Jake in a roulette table is an ugly, ugly mix. I don't like being around that. It's
give me
sad.
high and low. What's the most you won, most you lost in a single outing?
I've seen him lose. I mean, I don't know. You can throw your own numbers out there.
I'll say 1,000 either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's fucked up is 1,000 winning doesn't feel as good. Or you can't compare.
No.
Let me go back and start that over. When you win $1,000, it feels great. But when you lose $1,000, it feels way worse.
Not as good.
Just on a fucking ball.
Just on a ball bouncing. It's real dumb. So yeah, I give the lame gambling speech. I don't really gamble on sports because I'm the guy that I'll lose. I lose everything.
Okay.
So, like, I normally hate the guy that says that. Like, there'll be a guy that's like, yeah, I don't fight because I'm, like, scared of what I'll do. And you're like, fuck you, dude. You suck. But, no, with gambling, and I think Jimmy can confirm. But that's why I'm excited to do this.
Let's talk about it.
Who's got the first pick?
Are we going to do over-unders first?
Yeah, let's do the team
Yeah.
team total over-under wins. And I think Jim should go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been doing these on the mini episodes, right?
Yeah.
A little
We
bit.
haven't
These
been,
are our best bets.
Check those out.
We haven't been full yet. And I have my under that I wanted to go.
You loved it.
Under first.
Yeah. It's the fucking
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Hard F.
That was
hard
just a fail
Hard
time.
F.
It's the Tigers.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Interesting.
It's 56.5. I think they're going to be so bad.
Okay.
Jim, that's a lot of games that you got to lose to get there.
They were the worst team in the history of baseball last year.
Okay.
What were they, 47
They
wins
won like
last year?
47 games last year. They didn't get better. They're actually actively trying to get worse. They brought in some one-year guys, but their hope is to trade them and then just
We're not a math pod, but how many wins is that? I mean, how many losses? I'm sorry. 105? You said 57, right?
yeah.
So 105.
105. Yeah,
Yeah. They won
there.
46 games last year, 47 games last year. I think they're going to be worse.
That's not a bad one.
That's not bad. I mean, I see the logic. It's just
In a division that got better, mind you.
yeah.
Some would say.
White Sox got better. Twins
Twins got better with Donaldson, and
lost Gibby, dude. He's our guy.
Friend of the pod. Shout out Gib.
shout out Gibb.
It's our guy.
That's
Indians are going to be sellers this year.
No, I don't hate it. I don't. It's like
I
I
understand
wouldn't
the
take
logic.
the over.
I understand the logic.
I wouldn't take that
Yeah.
over for
Yeah.
sure. But I don't. That's
Like
okay.
if they for some reason play a bad team like the last week of the season, you could get screwed on that because
Yeah,
You-
you didn't wow me with that pick.
they're going to get close to that.
That's because I'm not trying to wow you. I'm just trying to make people money.
Hey,
Okay.
good pick.
Thanks.
Good pick.
All right.
Should we go unders then?
Yeah, give us your under.
My under. It's a team that I realized their fan base isn't going to like me all season. Washington Nationals.
What's the line?
Line was 89.5. Here's my thing.
Okay. Let's
Pitching
talk about
is
it.
so good.
NL East got better. They won the World Series.
Who got better in the NL East?
The Mets stayed the same.
Yeah.
/ maybe got a little bit better. They won 85 games last year. Phillies got better. They added Wheeler and Gregorius.
Okay.
The Phillies definitely got better. They added Batanz or no,
The Mets.
Mets
Wheeler.
added- but the Phillies added Wheeler, Didi. They added some other people. I
Someone
forget.
else. I personally think the Mets are going to be a little better. I think the Braves are young. They're just a really good team. And I just think repeating is so hard to do in this sport.
But
'Cause
there's repeating and there's losing, the over-under.
Right. But, I mean, they were a wild card last year. Their division got better. Scherzer's had injuries the last 2 years, and he just completed his, life's mission. Corbin, I mean, he's really good. I don't know what he's a lock for. Strasburg, I mean, he just got paid, and he's, I just think that team is going to come down to earth. And they lost Rendon, who is, the core of that lineup, who had a special season. So I just think the Nats take a step back. And I mean, I don't think they're going to be a bad ball team, but I just don't see them. I think they're 84, 85, 86.
Okay. I think you guys know who I'm going to go
Oh yeah,
Are you going
with here.
the under?
heel.
This is my own. No, I mean,
Oh, I agree with you here.
we talked
almost did it.
about me being the antithesis of what you guys sort of represent, which is just Yankees baseball Twitter.
Okay.
We kind of have to have the yin and the yang. But even if I wasn't trying to be that, I think this is a good bet. I think the Yankees will not win 103 games this year. That's a lot of games to
I
win.
agree with you. It's a preposterous ask.
It's
103.
They are very good.
If it was 100, would you go under?
Yes. The reason I say that is it's just one kind of skid. That's all that it takes for them
It's
not
true.
to win over 100 games.
The injuries are piling up already.
We have some injuries, so that's
Ugh.
why if you look now, the number's juiced on the under a little bit. It's at minus
Yeah.
160. I don't know if the number has dropped, if it went from 103.5 to 102.5. I'm not sure because I just looked today on that. But they're a good team. But the AL East, obviously the teams, that's down. It's down, but it's still competitive.
It's not an insult to be like, I don't think you're going to win 103 games.
I agree.
So,
I'm saying they're a good team, but that's really tough to do, and it's going to take even an average month.
Right.
Say they split the games and they have a 500 month, which is not a bad month to have.
No.
You're not going to get to that number.
Last year,
that's averaging. What is it? I was doing the math. How many is that? It's like 17 wins a month.
Not a
yeah.
math
The
pod.
only thing is, what you have going for it is like they're injured already. Severino's out for the whole season. He was out for all of last season, so kind of a wash there. Paxton's out for a little bit. Paxton missed a little bit last year. They have Cole. Huge difference as a starting pitcher to have Cole going. Stanton's hurt right now. Stanton was gone all of last year. They won 103 games last year.
Yeah.
They're adding Andujar's bat. They're adding Cole. That's the only difference. Like if you take Sevy and G out of the equation, they weren't part of the 103 win team.
Yeah.
So
I think it's their I think like they could win 103 games if everything goes right. But as we all know, as we've seen already in spring training, like things don't always go right.
Division got worse.
Division got worse, but I still think like 103 is like top for them. So like I'm banking on some things going wrong and them having a few middling months.
I think it's a fair call.
And I think they win in the upper 90s. I think 97 to 98. That's like where I would put them.
That's where it's a good bet because the Yankees could win 98 games and achieve their regular season goal. They could still win the East. There's a lot less bad teams around baseball this year. Yeah. So when you say that, betting-wise, I see it.
It's just a huge number.
It's a huge number. I think the counter would be centered around Garrett Cole because the Yankees just haven't had anything close to that. So, if he can refresh the bullpen and you start talking yourself into little things, maybe they could stretch that out a little bit. I don't think it's terrible.
Okay, well, I'm going with it. I think that's a really good bet.
Go with it, girl.
And like I said, I put them at 98 wins this year. And I do have them winning the AL East.
Yeah, they don't need to win that many to win to win the AL East.
And it'll be interesting to see, like, one thing that I could see happening is they could clinch that AL East pretty early, start resting guys.
Chill.
I think they
clinch
will.
and chill. That's going to be the new T-shirts.
The only thing is I think they can
That's a good shirt.
continue to push for that first overall spot.
Okay.
Well, I was going to go back around to your over, but this segues really well into my over pick.
Go ahead.
It's the Rays. What do you guys think the Rays over-under is at?
98.
No, not even close.
96.
I bet it's low 90s or upper 80s.
90.5.
I'd take the over on that.
They won 97 games last year. There's so many young guys on that team. Snell had a bad year last year.
About to hear from Meadows and Yarbrough on this episode.
If Glasnow can stay healthy. I mean, they have so much pitching.
Is that a new pitcher, Glasnow?
Glasnow.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Glasnow?
That's how we thought it was. I think it's Glasnow because we did this for a while last year. It's around there.
I was trying to.
I know. Oh, my God.
Don't break
Trevor.
the RV.
Okay.
Jeez.
Get hot about it. Just so much young talent on that team. They've got lineup pieces they plug in. They have more young guys coming up. They lost Tommy Pham, but they got dudes who can play out there and replace him. Susugo's my guy.
He is your guy.
This is your first time seeing Soundboard Jimmy. He's a scary guy.
Is that him telling you to shut up?
He's a scary guy.
No, that's his guy.
No,
music.
he just tells me to shut up when he wants to shut up. But I think the Rays, the Red Sox were supposed to be good last year. They faded. Their intentions are much lesser this year. Sure, the Jays are a little better, but the Rays are a really well-run team. I mean, at 95.
I think it's a good pick.
Thanks.
Both times I've hit the soundboard, I'm trying to find the clap button, but
Swing and a miss.
I wasn't sure what happened there.
So I segued that because you were talking about the Yankees in the East, and the Rays also play there.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my over?
If it segues well, because either of you could.
I have
go.
a great segue. So
You got beat. You got beat.
I don't have one.
As
Jimmy's
you
out.
said, Rays, 97 last year, 97
Yeah.
wins. Who'd they face in the wild card
The
game?
Oakland A's.
The Oakland A's.
I was thinking about it.
Over.
What is it?
It's less than that. I had it up. Let me get it real quick. They're at 89.5. Okay?
I like it.
I started looking at the roster because I'm like, that kind of seems a little fishy.
Sure.
89.5, this team just won 98 games last year. Okay? And they're returning pretty much everyone. Then I went and I started going through their starting rotation. I don't know a lot of those guys. I know them, but they're not household names, not guys you would say this is going to lead this team to a 90-plus win season.
Fires, Manea, Montes, Luzardo, and
Brett
Puck.
Anderson.
But then I started thinking about it. When have the A's ever had the household names besides when they had the Zitos and the Mulders and all that stuff? They find ways to get maximum value out of their players. They just know how to do it. They're very similar to the Rays and how they do that. So when you look around, we talked about how great their infield is.
Yeah.
You said sneaky best infield in the league. I don't think it's sneaky. I mean, I think Marcus Semien was almost the MVP last year.
Yeah.
So you got
crazy.
Chapman, you got Semien, you got Barreto, and you got Matt Olson. Defense is great there.
Yeah. All that extra room. Barely need to pitch.
You got you have the outfield that can go get it. They can hit the ball, they get the long ball, and if they can get these guys to eat up some innings and have, some decent years and I guess the word's overachieve.
I have a point to make.
Go ahead.
Division got a lot better. Angels and Rangers both are in.
I'm so out on the Rangers, you know that.
But another team might have got worse in that division.
The Mariners got worse, and the Astros lost to Garrett Cole.
Astros might be in not a tough spot this year, but they lost Garrett Cole, and I'm telling you, getting booed at every stadium they go to, they're going to have a miserable year this year.
Yeah.
They're not going to be the Astros regular season we've seen the past couple years.
They've been reading Pablo Neruda poems and crying, I heard.
Do you know Matt Olson? He's
do.
hot.
Good guy. It's funny. When I went there for spring training, I was hitting BP with him and Chapman, and I like the guys who are younger guys. And I told him, I said, "Hey man, we're just on the field." I said, "You got so much more pop in you. Like you're like do this." And he kind of looked at me like, okay, like whatever. Yeah. Little did I know he doesn't need to do anything I said because he hits fucking mammo home runs. He was just fine the way he was. So I'm this guy coming and telling him like, hey, like this will give you more pop. He's like, I'm gonna hit like 40 in the big leagues every year. What the fuck have you done?
Hey, thanks for the helpers, but I'm actually pretty good.
But he's so simple. Like you see his swing. It's like he's not generating. Like
easy.
He's generating power somehow, but not like a typical way. Like you see guys like we saw Josh Donaldson with the big leg kick and that big coil. And then you see him, and it's just like, dude, he just is still there. Boom.
36 homers in 127 games last year for Olson.
He's a stud. So when I talk about like Yankees, I think their best case is that like 103.
Right.
I think the best case for the A's is like a 96 again. So we're getting plus Sev.
They've got some serious pitching prospects coming up, too, with Puck and Luzardo. Is that the dude's name?
Them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they just find ways to get it done.
Yeah.
And
are you in on the Angels at all?
It's hard to be.
Okay.
I know they got better. Like, Rendon obviously makes them a better
Right.
team. And they're going to have Shohei for more of the season this year, hopefully. But they just, man, it's like my mind can't imagine them. Like being
I'm in the same
boat.
Good. But their lineup's scary. On paper.
Their lineup's
good lineups. It's like sneaky, like is like forgotten about is Upton.
Yeah.
Like what a stud. He's a stud player.
It's going to be an interesting year for him. He was hurt. He's getting a little older. He's hitting like 34. But, I mean, if
he's not. He's younger than that.
I think he's around there.
I think he's like 31.
That'd be crazy. I mean, that's
he's 31 or 32.
He's
not older than me. I know that for sure.
Let's see.
Jake's going to look it up.
Justin Upton is 32 and 185, August 25th.
Okay, so he's turning 33 this year.
So, yeah.
I think that's fair. I think you guys split that age battle.
Okay. I thought he was younger than me.
Speaking of
which he is, but
speaking of that, I'm going to transition us into my over.
What's your over, Jim?
The Dodgers.
Wow.
Okay.
It's 101 games.
Okay.
I don't care. They got Mookie Betts. They got David Price, who's going to give him 30 quality starts, basically.
30 quality starts?
30 starts.
30 starts, 20 quality.
Take the under on that.
Well, whatever. He's a good guy to have in rotation.
I like David. Yes.
Bueller, Kershaw, you still do it. Their division sucks. It's a bunch of teams that are like no one's going to give them a run for their money in their division. And they got 19 games against.
What's best case scenario for them? What's their win total if everything goes right?
Like 107, 108 games.
I was thinking more than that.
Like if they just play good. I mean,
what's the record? What did the Mariners win that one year?
116? 116, I think, yeah. Pollock, Bellinger, Betts.
I could see them
Muncy,
get,
Lux, Seager, Turner. Will Smith's going to be behind the dish. Bueller, Kershaw, Price, Urias, Wood. They have a bunch of other pitchers that they can
Dustin
float.
May.
Yeah, they can float. They got Gratterall in the bullpen and Treenan in the bullpen now.
Yeah.
Kenley, if he can.
That's kind of
figure
always been their
himself
thing.
out.
That's been their Achilles
Yeah.
heel, and you've seen that from a few teams over the years where they put this lineup together. Even the starting pitching is good, but the bullpen has to show up. But I can see them. I can see a top line for them at 110. I think they can get there, and I think they want to.
And I think more importantly, what's their bottom line? Because none of us see a way they lose the division.
All right, hold on. So there's 19 games, or is it 18 or 19 against?
19.
19 times 4 is 76. The worst they could ever possibly do is go 8-8 against each team. I don't think it's possible that they're
In division?
Yeah, in division record, there's 76 games against the 4 teams. With the Giants, giving it a 50-50 as the worst case is that's not even the worst case.
Yeah.
So that'll balance out, the Diamondbacks, whose worst case may actually be whatever. And so if you lose,
This is not a math pod.
Yeah, this is a
is
slippery
getting-
that's
slope.
38 games that they would lose right there in division. And that's the worst case. Then they got all the rest of the games, and they're going to win. They're going to win a lot of games.
I'm in for the Dodgers over. I think it's a good pick. It's scary because it's
I like
still a
it.
lot. 100's still a lot. Still a lot of games to win. But if there's going to be one team that's going to win 100 games, and plus, it's going to be the Dodgers.
Good.
Good pick, kid.
I was close staying in that division. I was close to taking the over with the Padres for this because it's extremely
Ooh.
low.
What is it?
It is a low
82
number.
and a half.
I wouldn't.
You think they're going to finish under 500?
Mm,
Like they should be good. They
I
have some
wouldn't
good
bet. I
players.
just wouldn't take that bet. I would.
Tatis, Machado.
Do their
Hosmer.
rotation.
Fam.
I don't know. Fam. They got Fam.
Do their rotation. Their
Who's the
lineup's
guy?
awesome.
The cowboy hat.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
They have
guy.
the,
He's a dude.
they got
Paddock.
Paddock.
Yeah, Paddock is good, but it's going to be his second full season. Even if he's a stud, who else do they have?
All I've ever heard.
Paddock, Lamette, Richards, Davies, Lucchesi, Quantrill.
All
They're
I've
all
ever
young
heard is
dudes.
they're all coming
They're all
up,
young.
and that's why they went and got Hosmer. That's why they went and got Machado because they have these young guys, and they're like, this is going to be it. So, if one or two of those guys makes the leap and gets there and does well,
I thought you said Juan. I thought you were about to say if Juan, and then I was waiting for
Oh, no, one or two.
last name. I thought you
Juan
were
or
like
two.
Lagares, if Juan Lagares.
yeah. So I mean, I think that would have been my second.
I see what you're
over
saying.
there. Because that's just for them to finish right above 500. I don't think that's far fetched.
If two young guys
We
click,
talked about how the division
I
is
have
worse.
just as much confidence of them not doing that than
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's a 50-50 for me. I just wouldn't touch that.
All right,
It's
so,
a good line by Vegas.
So I went over with the A's.
A's.
I went under with the Yanks. You, Mr. J?
Over with the Rays, under with the Nats.
Under with the Tigers, over with the Dodgers.
You went with the obvious ones, like worst team, best team.
Wow.
But it's hard to do that.
But the Dodgers is
Not a
still
bad angle.
I don't think I'm riding chalk taking the over there.
Do we want to do the other proppers real quick, or should we save those for a rainy day?
I think we save those and we throw it to our conversation with Austin Meadows, or maybe we'll do a little bit after the conversation with Austin
I'm
Meadows
gonna
and Ryan
throw mine
Yarbrough.
real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miguel Sano, plus 4,500 to
wow.
lead the league in homers. How many did he hit last year?
Twin stuff. What do we, 34
34
and
and how many-
106 games?
34 and 106 games. We just saw him.
He's big.
I mean, I'm not saying he's going to lead the league in homers, but could he? At plus 4,500,
You couldn't. You wouldn't be surprised.
That's a sprinkle. I'd
You wouldn't
sprinkle
be
a little bit on
surprised.
that.
Speaking of,
Man,
yeah? Say it, baby.
looking at the Cy Young stuff.
Let your heart
No,
talk.
we want to keep going.
Sounds like
That's
we're
how we are
propping.
here. We just want to keep going.
Should we prop quick?
The Cy Young prop bet. Garrett Cole's the leader, obviously. Sale second.
I don't
which
like.
is
I don't.
just so
I do
bad.
not like Garrett Cole as a Cy Young winner this year.
Why? Because he
Heavy favorite.
should have won it last year. Kluber's up there. I don't like a lot of these guys.
Kluber's up there. That's an
Kluber's
interesting one.
oddly
I'd short that one.
Dude, Clevenger, he got hurt. Sevy, he's hurt. Sale was hurt last year. Verlander's old.
That's why I just did that. Oh my God! Man, Sale,
I don't hate the Snell bet.
I like Snell.
dude.
and I feel-
I'd go all the way down to Bieber or Giolito.
I feel like I'm just being super biased because I really know these guys, but
Right.
I feel like that also means I have a good grasp on the situation if you really know something. Barrios plus 1,800.
God, you love your Twins.
No, I don't. That was a bad pick.
You love
Why?
the Twins. I like Barrios.
Tell me how
he
it's a
doesn't
bad
like
pick.
Barrios.
The guys, the Twins might win 100 games this year. They did last year.
You
gonna have the run
you
support.
say this because you know him. I say this because it just feels like the Yanks just blow him up. Like I've never been scared of him coming to Yankee Stadium.
He is a legitimate ace.
See, you might be right.
I am right.
From what I see, I've never combined those two thoughts in my head.
Honestly, if you were doing real betting, I think you sprinkle Cole because it's there.
I
Dude,
sprinkle Cole.
Just because the other option, dude, look how far it drops off. Sale was dead last year.
I mean,
Verlander's
but
getting
you're
old.
getting plus 260 on a Cy Young.
Right, but that's why you put a little cheese on Glasnow and Snell, and then you're making paper. Such East Coast bias.
Let's just say this: I would not put anything on this. This is too ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
to even don't waste your money on something like that.
MVP
buck.
odds are ridiculous. I think we got to save. Maybe that's a good tease.
We're teasing. What are we teasing?
I don't
Just
tease.
more betting.
I'm not a teaser guy.
Not a teaser.
No.
Okay.
There's a nice gentleman's location called Teasers in Bumfuck, Oklahoma. Next time you're there. And get big Rays episode for me. Huge Rays.
And you hate the Nationals, which I think is just mean.
Yankees. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose more games.
It's actually genius because they won it all last year, so they don't give a shit what I'm gonna say.
Why'd you do this?